Reading, writing, and arithmetic redone. Two Stanford professors have built an education model that eliminates government from the equation altogether. So is it working? Joining me now is Dr. Michael Block. He is Basis Educational Ventures Chairman and Basis Curriculum Schools co-founder. Sir, thank you for joining us. And in full disclosure, one of my sons goes to your school, Basis Independent, and we are blown away by the model you've created, which is part of the reason why I invited you to come on the school, because it fits with so many of the values that we embrace here. The idea of getting the government the heck out of the way, all the way to the point where the independent schools are a for-profit institution, so you don't even take the tax deduction. You pay taxes like a regular corporation, right?
We do.
What's the result been?
The result's been lots of hard work. It's very difficult operating without any type of subsidy or without any type of government assistance, but it's been a pleasure to have our freedom.
Yeah, why is it worth it? I mean, you've been able to do the curriculum differently. Why is it worth that struggle?
The real payoff is flexibility and the ability to raise capital. I mean, we have a different philosophy. We're building a brand that's based on excellence. And there are a lot of excellent schools in New York, but they tend not to expand. And the good thing about a pure business model is that you can expand.
Yeah.
And you can attract capital.
The interesting thing is, so you have schools all around the world, right? How many do you have now?
Altogether 37.
37, wow.
But only 5 of those are independent schools, and another 4 are international schools. So most of the schools are charter schools that we run and manage. But my baby at the moment are the purely private schools.
Yeah, the independent.
And we take no government money at all. And that's something that we will always keep to.
What's interesting to me is the metric by which you judge your success. And you look at, number one, the cost per pupil. And I would say, as a parent who has a child in a regular private school, the price tag is a lot higher than what you charge at your school. You also don't raise money among the parents, and for all those parents out there who know that tuition is just kind of your ticket to get through the door, and then there's a million other things. At your school, you don't allow people at the independent, at least where we are, to give money so that kids are on a level playing field. How do you compare to the per head costs of public schools?
Well, New York City, we probably produce the education for less than the expenditures per student in New York City. I mean, New York City is extremely expensive.
Yeah.
So we're less expensive. We do watch our costs, and we don't ask the heads of school. An important part of the business model is we don't ask the heads of school to raise money.
Yeah.
We ask them to watch teacher quality and instruction. So that's what they do.
That's huge, because you know a lot of heads of schools are out there worrying about the real estate, the property, the costs, all of these different things, and fundraising. That's not what they're doing at your school. One of the very important things, though, is that you do measure the kids across the world, everywhere, and they take tests, to comp test, to see if they pass them, then they can move on to the next grade, because you want to make sure that while you're not going along with the government standards, that your kids are getting a better education. Is that right? How do you measure that, and do you think you're succeeding?
Well, yes, we are succeeding, but we measure it with common exams that are sort of crowdsourced. We have expert teachers who help make up those exams, but like in Algebra 1, the students in Shenzhen, China, take exactly the same exam at the end of the year that the students do in Manhattan and Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So we can tell who's performing at what level. And we try to make that as compact as possible.
Yeah.
And we adjust for the fact that newer schools have a little startup time. Yeah. But we compare one against the other.
I would say as a parent, it's incredibly rigorous. My 6th grader takes chemistry, physics, and bio all as separate hours in 6th grade. The math is terrific, so we love it. We're sold, but it's a very interesting business model and something the government could learn a lot from, as in get out of the business. We don't like you here. Dr. Block, thank you so much.
Thank you.
David.